What's going on to my NFL fans out there? Week 6 is here. Week 6 actually kicked off last night. My bad, I wasn't able, for the viewers, I wasn't able to get on here and give y'all my predictions for the Thursday night game. I got kind of tired up doing a couple things with the family, but what a game last night. I want to speak on it real quick before I get into the rest of the matchups for the week for week 6 in the NFL. Eagles lose to the New York Giants. The Giants came in this game 1-4. The Eagles came in this game 4-1. Now, I know what everybody's thinking. The Eagles, they're due for a loss. They just lost last week. I got a couple of concerns with the Eagles, and I know like I got a lot of. I'm in a sports group that's pretty much Philly based. We have those that are realistic, and then we have some of those biased. But the ones I want to speak to is the biased ones because it confuses me. I know a couple of people, some of them said that Jalen Hurts coming off this Super Bowl win, he's the number 2 quarterback behind Patrick Mahomes. I don't see it. I still don't have him in my top 10. I got him right there flirting with 11, maybe 12. He got to show me more as a quarterback in order to get into my top 10. Now, when you look at the Eagles' schedule, I know people say, well, man, we 4-2, we got a good record. I understand that part. But I want you to look at the wins. Y'all got 4 wins. All 4 wins are 7 or less. 2 of those were, one of the games was a blocked field goal. The other one was last second win, interception by Baker Mayfield. Those are concerns right there. The defense hasn't looked dominant as it once was. They don't have a lockdown cornerback. I know Mitchell got pulled from the game last night with a hamstring. Those linger for the years. So I don't think nobody's going to be 100% healthy. But when you start having hamstring issues, feet issues, and stuff like that, it damages your defense. And I seen last night, I know a lot of people going to say that Jalen Hurts is not Jalen Hurts' fault. Most of these people just say, oh, it's the offensive coordinator fault. I'm one of those people. I've been on record. I don't believe it's the coach's fault at all. The coach has to do his job. Yes. The players have to play. I will always be and stand by that. The players have to play the game. What I seen last night was Jalen Hurts he threw a deep ball to Devontae Smith that he overthrew. If Smith would have caught that ball, easy touchdown. That's an easy 7 for him, right? The other thing I saw was with Saquon Barkley returning to New York. Why are you just running him the ball up the middle over and over? Run up the middle. Get him involved in the passing game. He is great in the outfield. All he has to do is get past that first person as him versus that safety, and most of the time you can cook a safety. It's all about the angles you take. I've seen several passes. When I say several, I mean 7 to 10 passes last night that when Hurts was in the pocket, Saquon was trying to block for him. He bounced off and was wide open. Just take the quick check down, take the 5 or 6 yards, then you run the ball to get the first down. He didn't do that. Instead, he just stared downfield, looking for somebody to get open, and he launched it so hard that like he's putting everything into it, but the ball is just coming out flat. It's not a pretty ball that's being thrown. It's not a dot. Now he did throw some dots last night, but most of those passes he threw last night were not dots. The defense let Cam Skidabo run for 3 touchdowns. The offense, Dylan came in the game and fumbled the ball. These are player problems. The defense was letting Waddell Patterson, Theo Johnson, all these damn receivers that most people wouldn't even be able to know, wouldn't even be able to name or mention in their top 25 receivers, were getting off on the Eagles defense. And you can't keep on saying that it's the coach's fault. It's the offensive coordinator fault. He's new. No, the plays are there. You just have to execute. You have to catch the ball. You have to hold on to the ball. Those are player problems. The defense, you can't just keep letting people break open on the sideline. We had one of the DBs couldn't even wrap up. I want to say Patterson, number 17. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm getting his number wrong, but number 17 on the Giants. He broke a bad tackle by the Eagles DB, and he ran straight up the sideline. That's not the offensive coordinator fault. That's the defense not being aggressive, not putting these boys on their ass. So I just want to speak on that and get that off my chest, man. I am a big Jalen Hurts fan, But when it comes to being a quarterback, he's just not in my top 10 yet. And it's from stuff like that. Now, he had 260 yards. That's good. But it came in bad time. It was like, it wasn't even crunch time. It was just like, um, toss up yards, like the game's already over and they just giving him like extra yards or whatever just to get down the field. He also stared down a receiver, Dotson, to while they was moving down to score a touchdown, and Darren they got a pick six because Buddy picked it and ran it back like 60 yards. So those are player problems to me. I know a lot of people when it comes. My main thing is when the Eagles win, it's Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is the hero. No mention of the defense, no mention of Barkley. But when they lose, oh man, it's the offensive coordinator. We have to stop saying, y'all got to stop saying that shit. I'm not saying it. I'm being a realist. I understand football. I love football. It's one of my favorite sports to watch. Just be more realistic. Take the loss just like you take the win. So moving on, Giants win that game 34-17 to pull off a very impressive win. Cam Skidabo or whatever his name is, and the rookie Jackson Dart, they both looked solid that game. The receivers was on point, and that defense was putting on Hurts and Barkley. But bad loss for the Eagles, man. Hopefully they bounce back. I just don't see them repeating or anything like that. I can see them going into the playoffs. I just don't think they're going to do much. It's going to probably be a wild card spot at this moment, just looking based off their schedule and those injuries adding up. So let's move into the card, man. Sunday we have the first game at 9:30. I think another game over in London or something. We got the Broncos and the Jets. The Broncos should win this one. The Jets are right now ranked the worst team in the league. They're still searching for a win. I just don't think they got it in them. Justin Fields been running the ball like crazy. He's not being effective in the passing game. The defense just looks suspect. I've seen Sauce Gardner get cooked by everybody on the damn field every night that he didn't play. He's no longer. You can't mention him as the number one cornerback anymore. I think we'll see the number one cornerback, and that's Patrick Surtain playing Sunday. So this is the battle of the top cornerbacks. I think Surtain is better. I'm rocking with the Broncos to win on the road. Seattle Seahawks versus the Jacksonville Jags. Jags are coming off a big win over the Kansas City Chiefs. Seahawks played great last week as well. I think Jags will win at home. They're going to build off that momentum of coming back, beating the Chiefs. So I'm going to go with the Jags for that one. Next, we got the Chargers versus the Dolphins. Dolphins, another team, one of the worst team in the leagues. Chargers should be able to have their way with them. Dolphins dropped to the Panthers after being up early in the game. They lost that game. I don't think the Chargers are going to sit around and play with them. I expect Chargers to blow out Dolphins at home. Rams versus the Ravens. The Ravens will be without Lamar Jackson for another week. I'm going with the Rams on the road. Cooper Rush is not the answer. Derrick Henry, they're gonna try to bottle my boy up. That's that game right there. As far as the Ravens players go, I'm fading them. I'm not putting any bet on Derrick Henry, Cooper Rush, Zay, none of them boys. I think they're gonna get crushed by the Rams. Cardinals versus the Colts. The Cardinals may be without Kyler Murray, but I think that won't make a difference. Colts are playing at an elite level right now, as far as I say top 10 teams in the league right now on both sides of the ball. I'm gonna go with the Colts to win and move on to 5-1. Cowboys versus the Panthers. This is a return match for the Panthers. They got a couple of guys that just played on the Cowboys, been talking crazy to them, and Cowboys. They're still without CeeDee Lamb, but the Cowboys should be able to pull off the win on the road. I'm going with Dallas. Patriots versus the Saints. Saints got their first win last week, but the way that the Patriots look playing Buffalo Bills, that is a team that can contend in the playoffs. Not saying they can make it to the Super Bowl, but they can contend and get out that first round. So I'm going to go with the Patriots to pull off the win on the road. Cleveland Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf had a week of rest. I'm pretty sure they've been game planning all week. Cleveland has a solid defense. They traded away Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals. That means Dylan Gabriel will be the starter going in this. Shador Sanders will be backing him up. If the game gets out of hand, I can see them throwing Shador in this match. But as of now, I'm going with Pittsburgh Steelers to pull it off at home. Moving on to the 4 o'clock games right quick. We have the 49ers versus Buccaneers. That should be a solid match for both of them. Brock Purdy is still out. Mac Jones did his thing last week. I'm definitely betting on this game. 49ers Buccaneers is a must-watch game, one that you should bet on. I keep telling you put a parlay up. I'm gonna put a parlay up on my YouTube. Make sure you check my shorts. I'm gonna put them up on there. But as far as the winner go, I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers, man. 'Cause I think Mike Evans should be coming back soon. Godwin Jr. is starting to get his feet back wet. If he could play with Emeka and the receivers do their thing and the run game they make some pick up some yards. I know they're out without was it Bucky Irvin? I think he's down right now. But if Rashid White steps up, I think the Buccaneers should win this one. The main match that should get like somebody getting destroyed will be the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Green Bay Packers. This is the first game that Joe Flacco will be with the Bengals. He will be starting. That's just food for Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons gonna get to that backfield. Rashard Gray gonna get to that backfield so fast. Flacco might be benched by halftime. They're gonna have to go with Browning. So I'm gonna go with the Packers. There's nothing really to see with that match. The main matchup of the week should be this 8 o'clock game. The Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs coming off an embarrassing loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars at the end of the game. I think Lions offense is going to torch the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense just don't look as good, but I think the Lions got the better offensive, and I think it's going to come down to whoever is able to produce the most touchdowns on offense. So I'm going to go with the Lions to pull it off on the road. The two Monday night games, we have the Bills versus the Falcons. I'm gonna go with. I think Atlanta could keep up with Buffalo because Buffalo's defense just not that good. But I don't see Buffalo losing back to back matches, so I'm gonna go with Buffalo to win that one on the road. The Bears and the Commanders, I'm still not sold on Caleb Williams and the Bears, so I'm gonna rock with Jaden Daniels. This is the battle between number one and number two from last year quarterback NFL draft. I'm gonna go with the Commanders to win that one. Last matchup I want to get into is my team, the Tennessee Titans. We got our first win. We'll be taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. This is a winnable match to me. With the confidence of Calvin Ridley, with the cornerbacks on the Raiders not being good, maybe below average, I think we should be able to take advantage of that. The run game with Tony Pollard and Spears, if they start letting Spears get about 5-10 carries and Pollard continue to do his thing, the run game will be there. If we're going to put DK and A.O. Maynard in the game, these rookie receivers in the game, we need to get the ball to them. I'm hoping Cam can open up his playbook and spread the ball, man, and get him a 300-yard game. I think this is one of those games that he could get 300 yards, his first 300-yard game. And my main concern, I got a main concern on both sides for the Raiders. On the offensive side, I would say Ashton Gente is going to be a key part. If he can bounce to the outside and our defensive ends or outside linebackers can't contain him, he's going to have a career day as a rookie. Geno Smith, I'm not too worried about. He's been playing some bad football since week one, so I'm not too much worried about him. On the defensive side, Max Crosby. Somebody has to, with Latham being back, I'm praying that Crosby lines up on that side and they're able to contain him. Keep him off of Cam Ward. I don't want to see my boy get hurt, but Crosby is a beast. So I'm hoping that that's what happens. We take advantage of that situation. We are the underdog for this matchup, but I'm rocking with my team. I'm very confident that we can pull off the win on the road. So again, my final picks for this week: the Broncos over the Jets, Jags over Seahawks, Chargers over Dolphins, Rams over Ravens, Colts over Cardinals, Cowboys over Panthers, Patriots over the Saints, Pittsburgh over Cleveland, Buccaneers over the 49ers, Packers over the Bengals, Lions over the Chiefs, the Bills over the Falcons, Commanders over the Bears, and Tennessee Titans to defeat the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. Tighten the fuck up. That's all I got for y'all for week 6 of the NFL. In the comments, let me know your team and what your prediction is for this week. Will y'all win or will y'all be getting ass whooping this week? Like, share, and subscribe to the Mechee from the Midwest podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. and the audio is on Spotify. Man, I will catch y'all in a couple of days when I give y'all the results to this week. Thank y'all for tuning in.